We just did a gimbal walk because we have different functional groups that for the last 2 weeks have been working independently, and they don't know what each other's group has been doing, and so that was an alignment activity to get everybody caught up. It's a typical practice in industry just to make sure that all of your problems are surfaced and all of your accomplishments are surfaced, and then if there's any problem solving that needs to be done, you've got a lot of minds that can help solve the problems within your system. So, and now we're going in to rotate our groups out for the next 2 weeks.
All right.
Go over details between the leaders. Just to raise a hand, who is going to help tomorrow with the open house? So we know how many we're going to be there. A hand or a no? Okay. All right. And one other thing, at 8:45 we'll shut down and we'll clean up the entire lab and make sure it's looking good for tomorrow. Besides that, I think we're good. Okay. I'll meet with the new group leaders in a bit to talk about some of the stuff we have going on, but other than that, let's get to it.
Oh, that hit something there.
You see one direction. Bring it back that way.
Okay.
I want to test. I want to see the.
So we came when we started the class. We were presented with a project about for our teacher. He's doing a memorial for his daughter that passed of cancer. He just came out of nowhere and he was like, "Here's a rock. We want to put it on our memorial site, and we wanted to try to bring it to life." He gave us this design. So I was new learning the Fusion Tech software, so I just already was in the process of learning. So I taught myself the program, and we came up with a bunch of prototypes. This is the initial prototype. It actually failed. We got plenty of critiques from her, where we critiqued it ourselves because this is something for a memorial. This is something very serious. So we critiqued it ourselves, and we were like, okay, take a step back and see what we can change before we actually reach out to the customer. We came up with another design, a few more designs, straighten some things out, trying to figure out how we're going to mount it on here, and we actually got them sold on this design with this color. We went back and forth a little bit about the color and how we want to mount it on the rock, and then we got someone from Fusion Tech that reached out to us and said he will be willing to make it out of stainless and make it look real nice for her and their family. And we're taking it. We got the design. We're sending the design to Fusion Tech, and we're just going to let them see if they can bring their idea to life and hope that they'll have a better, outcome, and hope that our design can shadow their daughter's life, like in the memorial way.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Kind of dig the color.
What we're doing here is we're building a system to mount everything to where this can be self-contained and roll as one piece. So at that point, all we have to do is unplug or replug in extension cords. And at that point it runs. And then obviously our air line as well. So what we did was we started to just play with sizes, and I've kind of been going off my head on most of this. And it's kind of like a gigantic prototype to where you see what works and what doesn't. But if you want to come in a little bit closer.
Mobility, the casters, you put the casters on, you're making a portable process.
Right, well I forgot, this is just right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, we actually started, this was on the ground. We did make it portable. We had to strengthen this up because when we put wheels on it, the legs would not have held. So we built that cradle underneath, and then we also did that so that we could implement this type of system to hang this 5-gallon bucket right here on this side, and then we're going to implement a shop vac on the other side.
And that does what?
That helps control, like cut down on the dust and the particulates in the air.
Okay.
But we'll go ahead and grab hoods because I have everything set up.
All right.
tack welds are done, now I'm going to try and flip it and we'll finish welding. So now that all the tack welds are done, now I'm going to try and flip it and we'll finish welding. Okay. I have one more piece, but we have to reset up everything before that.
Okay.
So, now do you have any questions?
So is that where those are gonna go?
Yes.
All right.
So I would put them on there, but it's really, really hot right now. But this will fit right in here.
Okay.
And this catches all the particles as the shop vac sucks them out. And then once, whatever this doesn't suck out, the shop vac will catch. And we don't have the shop vac down here. I already measured it and set it up.
Okay. So what process is this going to be when it's
So
used?
we have some of our bigger pieces upstairs do not fit, or it's hard to fit in our red blasters.
Okay.
This one is a lot bigger than they are, and now when we're doing this, we have another blaster upstairs. We're going to switch around and turn it into blasting on paint,
Oh, okay.
which has to be outside because of the VOCs and whatnot. But
Okay.
it just gives us a little bit more room to maneuver things around.
Okay. Cool.
So, like Holt was saying, this is process driven. We're really just trying to continually improve everything, and honestly, this is coming along pretty decent. I mean, we didn't have to do a lot to it either.
Yeah.
So all we had to do was put wheels on it, weld a cage. So
Yeah.
we already
Pre-designed in the lab over there, and we have a cut file already on the computer. And all we have to do is pull it up here on the machine. So let me turn everything on. I don't know if you see this part, but turn everything on. That machine's on, that's on. So now we go through and we zero our part. What we do is we line it up somewhere around here. This is where it's going to cut.
Okay.
So I'm going to get it in the exact spot that I want it in. Now we're going to cut the part. Make sure everything's got the key on. Ready?
Yep.
You can take off your thing. straight. When we take our piece out, that's what we get. Scratch, or they are additions to what we've already done.
Okay.
So like our candelabra, a lot of fraternities, sororities, they come up to us and they're like, hey, we want that candelabra, but we want our letters
Okay.
right underneath it or right in front of it. So then we'll add that to it. Something like this, the WIU bell tower.
Yeah.
Sodexo came up with the idea to add the bell tower.
Okay.
So we just gave them multiple different designs and they liked them both. So now we're actually making that our commodity.
Wow. So what did Sodexo just want them for like their office or like what were they?
They're using those as centerpieces for their tables and they're going to
Oh,
put
okay.
a bouquet or something behind it, some kind of flower behind it.
Cool.
So,
Yeah, I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah.
Cool.
yep.
Awesome.
So, anything
Got a lot
else?
of good footage. No.
You want to weld that for me?
Okay, so the Nardelli sign that we're
It's
working
not
on
nice yet.
is this.
You like that? Have you ever
So,
seen lobster? Okay.
The dean wants a football. He wants it football related because Rob Nardelli, he was a football player back in the 60s, 70s.
Okay.
We would like to get his number, but we're not able to find it right now. The athletics department, they're working on getting it. But this design right here is the same as this one over here. I'll show you
So how should I mount this?
how it
Should
turns
I-
out.
Should I have it going this way and he gets flanked? Or should it be a standoff like they're going to fight?
So this
Oh, okay.
what it is, what it is this. That Rocky, we cut it out of the middle of that. You know, we cut it out of the middle to save on metal, so we don't have any scrap in the middle there. So we just
Okay.
rotate it, and then we bend it and weld it.
Oh.
Yep. So we're working on getting his last name down there and football or goalpost, and we're actually going to make it like this with the base, so it'll stand up on a table,
Okay.
and it'll be customized. So this was a failed design, and this is the new design. This one failed because the cuts were too close, and then we just changed up some things, and now it cut right. So those you can actually, if you
See
want
it.
to show, yeah, if you want to
Okay,
take
the
it
ones
with the
that are hanging
video.
out there?
Yeah. Well, it's the
See the picture of it?
Oh, okay.
he's got,
That's the middle. There's the gear.
yeah, it's those.
So
This, yeah, show me that.
this is what the customer wants, and the first prototype is there. So we got a few detail issues, and so this is the second iteration, and now we're trying to ask ourselves if we can make it into 3 dimensions, give it a little bit more life. So maybe put the ears back, bring the antlers forward. We're wrestling with whether we want to form the nose and bring it out a little bit, about a 1/4 inch, and then we can roll the body. You see, we roll the body.
Yeah.
We've done that with fish. We've also taken 3D, shapes, 2D shapes, cut them, and then made 3D objects. That's something that's pretty easy to do. Yeah, we dabble in artwork. It's not really our market. Our market is signage like this and seals and that sort of thing. But every now and then we get a special request.
Yeah. Cool.
And then we blend artwork with some of our designs. This is an invention that James, who just did the value stream walk,
Yeah.
this is an invention he had. That's the wall hanging version of a tassel holder. And I'm guessing you're working on a stand
That's
right
the
now.
one for our independent study.
Ah, very good.
That's
Okay.
going to go into a
Okay.
slot, and it's going to be a customized base with someone's name.
Yeah,
That's
'cause
pretty awesome.
some customers may want hanging on the wall,
Yeah.
and some may want standing. But nobody's ever invented a product like this.
Yeah, I'd say it's a lot more unique than just the standard diploma with it,
Yeah. So if it's $1 million idea, there's the guy who did it.
Hey, you never know.
So, what you just saw was the graduate class 548 Engineering Technology Leadership. Those are students that are pursuing a master's degree in our department. And you went around and saw different functional groups. There were design folks, production folks, continuous improvement folks that were working on projects to improve our capacity and capability. And so we kind of blend all the skills and knowledge that they've gotten in all of their classes. This is a capstone class. So they're building products, they're improving processes, they're working with customers, they're doing design revisions every week. And we rotate the teams, the participants in the team, so everybody gets a chance to lead and participate in every group.
All right. Well, thank you for letting me join your class today, and thank you everyone who watched.